Orktober, week 3. Yeah, that's right. We got a cool orc this week, and I'm stepping outside of the 40K, and I'm doing. I did one a while back, the treasure golem, and that was warp miniatures. He's got some extremely stylized miniatures that are great, and he has these pig-faced orcs that are just awesome. And what I did is I ordered the whole thing, and I've had them, but I printed out the leader of the orc band, and we called pig-faced orcs, and they're great. So far we've done a 40K, we've done a Blood Bowl, and now we're doing a D&D one. You know what fun! And the finale, I have the finale for next week, and I printed it out, and it looks really cool, and I think we're gonna have some fun with that. But stay tuned for that. Anyway, I digress, guys. Please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel, and I'll see you in there. All right, here we go. Orc number 3. Now I picked this orc. This isn't a 40K orc. This is a warp miniature orc, a pig-faced orc to be exact. And this is the boss. There's a whole. He's got some other stuff on there that you can buy, the other orcs that go with this guy. But I picked him because he's not a 40K. He's still orc, and I love this sculpt, and it's going to be fun. This is a simple paint, and I decided on this one that I was going to do these colors right here for the skin. So we're going to go dark jade, jade, and bright jade. Kind of going a little different. It's still a little green, but a little blue, but I think it'll look terrific on this. And also we're going to do his armor in the typical orc red. So it's going to look great. This is going to be fun. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start off with dark jade on the skin. All right, let's do it. Also wanted to point it out on this guy, he's a FDM printed model, so he's got some of the grooves that we're going to have to deal with. It's going to be a little rough, but thankfully it's an orc, and we can get away with that. I just wanted to point that out. This isn't a matter of fact over here. Here's a regular 40K orc that I put together, and we'll probably be painting him soon. But if you look, you can see the difference. This guy's super smooth, and he's got all those little ridges. But anyway, we're going to push past that. I just thought I'd bring that up. And all right, let's do it. Base is down, and now we're going to move in with a little bit of jade. We're going to mix a little bit of jade in with the dark jade right here, just like this. Give it on the top, just like so. Give it a little mid-tone, staying away from the bottom areas, right? And I'll probably come back and make that the lip green, or not green, what do you call it? Flesh color or red, something like that. Real quick, real simple. This is a nice, quick mid-tone. Real easy. Just throw it on there. Don't be too careful. Just right on the back. Just to give it a little bit of color where it should be. Alright. So maybe a little bit on the back here. A little bit back here. Alright. Looking really good. Alright, now we're going to move on to the highlight. Alright, now I'm moving in with a little bit of that. It's a little brighter. It's getting brighter and brighter as we go. Hit the knees. This should fade in as well. Let me zoom out just a little bit. I keep hitting my camera. So a little bit on the face, right here, on the cheekbones. Real quick, real simple. Right? A little bit on the back here. Right here. On his knees. Boom. That's pretty much it. Actually, I'm going to come back with just pure bright jade and clip some of the tops, some of the top areas, probably. All right. So the skin is pretty much done. That super quick, super quick. All right. So we're going to move on now to the red armor, and this is going to be red, and we're going to base it with, my usual. I was looking at this guy, and I was wondering maybe I should paint the armor a metallic in the shoulder pads and his neck deal, and his helmet red, and his boots red. I'm not quite sure. Man, I just don't know. I don't know what to do. I think the armor would look best red, and then we'll come up with some other colors like, you know, rubber highlight, and then obviously we've got to do the horns. So, alright, so I think we're going to go ahead and go with red. So I'm going to stick with the burnt red, and we're going to get that all over the armor. Alright, let's do that. So right here, I wasn't sure what color to do this, but I think I'm just going to do it in gray to give it a color break between the armor and the skin. So real quick, we're just going to do this like we're going to do the boots. The boots and the hood kind of thing is done. We did rubber all the way out to rubber highlight, and with I put a little bit of white to go around the edges real quick. And we put some agrax on that. It's going to darken them up. It'll make it look really nice. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to continue. We're going to push on with the metallics. And I decided with the gloves that I'm going to do kind of like a leathery glove, you know, kind of like UGG boot colors. I think it'll be fun. It'll give it a little bit of contrast. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get on with the dark silver. Oh, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. Real simple. This is a very not so detailed model, which I thought I would pick so we could do a quick video. You know, some of the 40K models are just, oh, they're so detail heavy, and it's really nice to once in a while come back to one of these, you know, less detailed models and paint it. It's very relaxing. I really enjoy it, and this guy's turning out really good. We're keeping everything super simple on this just because I just want to show you it's just super easy to paint orcs. There we go, real quick, real simple. This guy's not complicated at all. It's what I love about him. Alright, so just getting these things in silver or dark silver. Just to give you the bone recipe again, we're going to do drab brown, bone, and ivory, and we're going to do that on the horn and his tusks. So we already did the drab brown, so now we're going to move into the bone and get on with the ivory. All right, let's do it. Much done. We've got all the base. We finished the gloves, we finished the boots, we finished the skin, we finished the horns, we finished the handle, the axe handle, we finished let's see, the helmet, horns. I think I said that already. So all we have left to do now is we need to do the armor which is we're going to bring that out from burnt red all the way out to maybe a little bit of orange to make it pop. And then we got to highlight the silver, and that's about it. And then we're going to do some wash. So we're pretty much there. This is a quick, fast little paint, real simple little model. And again, painting this FDM printed, it can be a little rough, and it's because the print's a little rough. But he's looking really terrific. I really like that skin. I kind of like that jade look. But anyway, we're going to do the eyes, and we're going to probably make those glow, and that'll be one of the last things we do. All right, so let's get on the armor with burnt red, power red, and orange red, and orange. All right, let's do it. There we go. We got the mid-tone red down, and that looks really good. The mid-tone is the burnt red and the power red mixed together, and I just did it on the tips pretty much. Man, this is going to look really good. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get that red orange, and we're going to just do the very tips of these. All right, let's do it. All right, now we're going to move in with just orange. Let's do this. Yeah, there we go. That's nice. I like that. Very contrasting. That's what we're looking for. All right, yeah, this is looking good. When it dries, it'll look even better. Alright, for fun, I put a little bit of yellow in with the orange, that bismuth yellow, and we're just going to highlight these very subtly. Very tiny, just to give it a little more flair, just for fun. Just because I love the contrast. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Zoom out. Look at that. Man, super. That looks great. All right, so let's get the back, and we need to get on to the metallic with the silver and get that a highlight. And I may even use a little bit of rust. I'm not quite sure. But this is turning out nice. I love this. Looks really good. Went from burnt red to pyro red to orange red to orange to yellow orange. Alright, look at that. Isn't that nice? Let's zoom out a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. I love the contrast. Alright, so let's get on to the axe and probably the shoulder pads and a little bit of wash. Alright, let's do it. Now we're moving in with just the pure silver. We'll give that the edge a rough, sharpened look, if that makes sense. He's pretty much done. We got the wash on there. It looks really terrific. I just did wash in the deeper areas just to kind of give it that shadow, and it looks terrific. Maybe be a little hard to see on camera, but it is really there. Wow. I took a little bit of what I think is magenta, and I put it on his elbows and his knees, on his nose and his lips, and in his ears as well. You can zoom in, take a look at that. You know, real simple stuff. So all we have left now are the eyes and the matte varnish. And I'm not sure, I think I'm gonna go with orange eyes because it's kind of contrasty against that blue or that jade, and it'll look really terrific. And then I'll probably try and dot the eyes to give it just some real contrast. All right, so let's get the eye done. Let's get the eyes done. All right, I did the eyes. I said I was going to do it orange, but I decided to do it yellow, and I didn't even color it in. I left the eyes black and just dotted it with the yellow, and that looks really, really cool. I like that effect. All right, so what we need now is get the matte varnish on it and get them on the spinner. All right, let's do it. Damn, Orktober, week 3, Ork 3. There it is right there. What a cool little paint. We picked that up from Warp Miniatures, a very stylized sculpture. It's such cool models. Go check them out. I'll leave a link in the description below. But what a fun little paint. And we didn't go the traditional green on this guy, but he fits perfect, right? I love this model. So far we've done a Blood Bowl orc, we've done a 40K orc, and now we've done a Dungeons and Dragons orc. Pretty cool. And the finale for next week, I think you'll love it. You're going to have to stay tuned and check it out, but it's definitely an Orktober model, and what fun, what fun. Anyway, guys, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel, and I'll catch you next week. Wow!